Hello everyone, this is Will back from Apple One-to-One for a special Final Cut training that I wanted to discuss. I did something pretty great over the weekend where I was doing my wedding edits, which is WV Productions. I am in New Jersey if you're ever interested in wedding videography, but I wanted to show you a feature that I really like doing and that the couple was just blown away by what I was trying to do. And we're going to talk about magnetic masks, and we're going to do it in two different ways. We're going to do it to isolate a subject, and we're going to do it to isolate a color. So that's what I wanted to do in this video. So again, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate everybody enjoying the content. So we're going to do isolation of color and isolation of a couple. And this is a feature built into the new Final Cut 11 where they are allowing magnetic masks to automatically be done. And it analyzes the clip and it automatically organizes it. It's really great stuff. Let's first go through this. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a clip that I have here, and the idea is to keep the couple in color as well as the pink, and everything else in the background is going to be blocked out. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to do it from the throw. So I'm going to select I for N, which selects the clip here, and I'm going to just kind of drag across. We can also use our JKL keys here, and there it is. Okay. And then we're going to let it land. Good. So I marked my in and my out, and I'm going to use E, which will then put it in the timeline for E for N, and it's basically just confirming that what I'm using for my video properties. Okay, so I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Let's go down the bottom, hit Command plus, or I'm just going to spread across. That makes it easier. All right, it wasn't working for some reason. There we go, Command plus, Command minus, there we go. I don't need the audio, so I'm just going to drag that down. And now the idea is to isolate the color here. That's the first thing we're going to do. So I need to isolate the color of the couple. And then also I need to isolate the pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the inspector. I'm going to the color correction. Right now we have no color, so I'm going to add color wheels in this case. And then what I'm going to do is select the color mask. And what I'm trying to do is I want to isolate the color pink. And I'm selecting just the pink part here. Okay. Now that I've done that, on the bottom, there is an inside and an outside. I have to take the outside and I want to make it black and white. And what that's doing now, as you can see, it's isolating the color here. But if you notice, his suit was green, which I'm missing. So we're going to get back to that. Also, now I can go to the inside and I can even enhance the color here. So now the color is really sticking out a little bit more. Which I like. But again, we're not isolating the individuals here. We're only isolating the color. And again, I can expand that. So if I want to, maybe there's not enough pink in here. So as you can see, I'm dragging the slider. It's adding more light here into it. Also, you can expand the color, how much of that color is being taken there. So I want to eliminate a little bit more of them. And then I'm dragging this slider for how darker the color is going to be or lighter the color is going to be. And then again, on the inside, I can knock up the overall brightness. And there we go. So now the pink's really starting to stand out there from the rose petal. So if I play it back, now you can see it's got that. But now the problem is I need to isolate the people to do that. So what I'm going to do is hold down the Option key on the clip and drag it up. And what that's doing is it's making a duplicate of that same clip. Because what I need to do is I need to have these people in color at the same time. So what I'm going to do is the color wheel that's assigned here, I'm just going to uncheck it. And now you notice that because it's overlapping the other clip, it is now back to full color. If I use the V on the keyboard, you see it hides that clip. And you can see the difference. So now we're going to do the magnetic mask tool. The magnetic mask tool is done in two ways. So you could either do it for color or you could do it for people. In this case, I'm going to do it to isolate a subject. So here in the magic wand, we're going to do add magnetic mask. And what I have to do now is I have to start going through. You can see there's like a little eyedropper now. And I'm going to start clicking where the pants are. And as you can see, it's starting to select. I'm basically adding points to where I need the subject to be captured. And then I go to the bride. You can see it's capturing more. So again, it's just adding more points to it, the more it isolates. But you can see it's doing a really good job without me doing much here. And there we are. So now that I picked my points, what I'm going to do is something called analyze. And now what it's going to do is it's starting to analyze the parts of it. Now I can already tell there might be parts here we might be getting messed up on. But basically it's going through, it's analyzing that clip, because those rose petals are probably playing a role here, and they're kind of blocking the mask. I probably should have picked a different point, to be honest, but we'll see how it looks. So now it is done. So what I'm going to do is hit done on here, and you can kind of already see it's kind of done it. So I'm going to just hide this. This is what it really does. So I'm hiding the background here. So if I play it, there you are. You can see there are definitely areas in between their bodies that I could really work on, and I'm going to show you how that works as well, because there could be certain keyframes you don't want. So I'm going to start right here. I can work on this mask, and also there's a feathering option, so I can actually feather up or feather down less. But what I really need to do is I need to get rid of some of these little areas right here. So there's a little brush tool that's right under the analyze, and then what I could do is it's this little circle, and then I can kind of like basically go to portions of it and get rid of it. So what it's doing now is it's taking out that portion of it, but it only does it for that one keyframe. You can see it goes right back. So that's the only thing about this, is that you really want to make sure you analyze it. You can go and do reset, and you can redo this if you want. So if I wanted to go back to the magnetic mask tool, I can go right here in the inspector and start hitting the plus sign. Now I could, again, do the same thing. Maybe I could pick a different pointing start point. That might be better. You can see it's doing it a little bit better here, actually, than I did the first time, because I'm picking different points. And if I analyze it again, so again, we're kind of just redoing this. And it's doing a little bit better on his pants here. Again, he was wearing green, so sometimes if there's a green background, it plays a role. All right, it's done. And again, here's the isolated clip, and let's play it by itself. Okay, and then if I add the background now we could see we have him in color, we have her in color, and we have the pink in the background. So we have now done exactly what I was looking to do here. And this also works for colors. So if there is if you want to isolate something in black and white, as an example, I'll do one more clip. We'll drag it right down here just as a precaution. Let's say in this one clip, I want to keep them in color, but I don't want the background to be in color. And this time I don't have to do the whole double duplicate clip thing. So what I'm going to do is go to we'll use the color wheels. I'm going to use the tool up here, which gives me the shape tool, the color tool, and the add magnetic mask tool. I'm now going to click on the portions of his body. Again, Apple has done a tremendous job with it. This used to take a long time to do. And then I'm going to use the minus key because I see some color coming through there I don't want. I'm going to use the minus key. I'm holding down the option key, by the way. That's how I'm able to do that quickly. And then I'm going to analyze it. So the idea here is I'm going to be doing a mask, but for color reasons. And again, it's doing a really good job of just taking this too. Apple's done a tremendous job with it. This is a tool that is so powerful right now. So there's actually a portion I just noticed that the clip went off, and I'm a little, let's see here. It might be okay. Yeah, there was definitely a portion of that that got messed up. So let's now go to the outside. I want to make everything outside this clip no color. And then I'm going to hit done. And now you can see what it did. If I play it back, it actually did a pretty good job. So there we go. So now it's put everything in the background black and white and them in color. Then I can go on the inside. If I want to mess with let's say I want to make them darker. So you can see it's kind of darkening them up a little bit. I'm using the tools here to do the overall color. I can maybe put a little bit more highlights in here, a little less midtones. And then I could work on color changing if I wanted to do that. I mean, I'm going insane here, but just to show you an example on that. So there you go. So now it's done that, where now it's isolated them in color and that. So there's two ways to use the magnetic tool that I like to use. It's using color and isolating a subject. So I hope I showed you those two examples and made a lot of sense. I hope you people take a look at this and utilize this amazing tool that Apple has given us. And I hope you guys learned a lot. Thank you very much, and I love every single one of you.